Hello and welcome to episode 25, take 2. Slight problem with the first episode. I could have put it up. Thing was, there was no in-game sound and it just didn't seem right the entire episode. So what I've done, which I will explain shortly, is edit and time-lapse the video, but I'm going to talk over it and explain exactly what happened. Yeah, so great start to this episode, but we'll get by it. So without further ado, let's get on with that. So here we are then, in hypertime. First thing you'll probably notice as we watch this is that I pretty much destroyed Flitwick. I'm going to be known as Grantee, Destroyer of Towns at this rate. It's okay. It gets rebuilt eventually, as you'll see. Now, what happened, you may ask? Well, it was a Windows... How do we put this? A Windows inconvenience update, which is the big one for April. Kind of snuck up on me. It's my own fault for not... Firstly, not knowing about it. Secondly, for then not checking every single setting on my computer after a Windows update. Because that's exactly what you want to do when you're doing a Windows update. You have to go... You just shouldn't need to do that. Anyway, I didn't. Well, I kind of did, obviously. Mic wasn't working at first, all the settings have changed. So I'm not sure how this will sound now, once it's uploaded. Because I'm running out of time. This has got to be... I've actually originally recorded the hour-long failure. Sunday. This is Monday today, so it's got to go up tonight and be available for 6 in the morning, which will be... It'll be tricky, but I'm going to give it a go. So if it's a little late, I do apologise. But I will endeavour to get it up on time. I thought about re-recording from the beginning and going back a save game. But as you can see, what I managed to do, I liked. So I didn't want to lose it. And I was racking my brains on how I was going to achieve this. I didn't want to really do a full-on time-lapse episode either, because it kind of wasn't enough. This isn't as fast as my time-lapses are normally shown. It's a little bit slower, so I got a little bit of time to explain to you what happened with the first take. Anyway, lessons were learned. I'm going to have to be extra careful after every Windows update. I have learned a lot though. And hopefully, should the next time arise where Windows decide to change every setting on my computer, on everybody's computer for that matter, I'll remember this day. So yes, I did. I built the station and track, as you can see, into Flitwick. However, I also did a lot of road changes and scenery changes around the station to try and get it to work. There were some things I couldn't fit in there. There was a couple of rail bridges I couldn't fit in. I did get the bridge over the station, which exists, and I did get one of the rail bridges over a road to the north of Flitwick. I was happy with the result. It was very tricky, and I did kind of make a meal of it, so I don't know whether it was just fortunate that it didn't record the game sound so that I could spare you from that. The episode was okay. Actually, I should say the episode was amazingly brilliant, and I'm just sad it couldn't be aired because of the missing game sound. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to recording. Obviously not too much because I don't have the an amazing studio or anything, but I try and do the best I can with sound quality and stuff. So when the game sound is missing, I did this whole scene at the end where to me it was beautiful. We had I created a new line and put some class 47s on with the Mark II coaches we saw. And I had this amazing shot at the end, an extended shot at the end with them coming out the depot at Wellingborough. Sad to say that is gone. I am thinking of recreating that though, at the end of this episode. So what I've done is I went back and loaded up the end of what would have been this episode. More tenses, more temporal time directives. And I removed that line, so we're going to recreate that again, which isn't too bad because we're gonna, in this episode, since I've already done oh wow, yep, I said it again, so ignore the fact I just said that wrong. Yeah, I'm on tilt, that's what it is. So yes, Flitwick. We built the station, we did all that work. So in this episode, now we get to extend the Midland Main Line further and go towards Arlington. Maybe even the first station in Luton. We are going to try and put all 3 stations in Luton, including the airport and the airport itself. So that would be the station and the airport itself. It's a single runway airport, looking at the map anyway. So we need some aeroplanes, I think. I think we just need them in the sky for when we do our cab rides and things. It's just missing that. It's missing the planes flying overhead. So we'll start that with putting in Luton Airport and all the relevant stations through Luton. So as you can see, we're still going, and this is sped up no end. But a lot of work was done. There is one thing I'm definitely grateful for. I made a real meal of trying to sort out what station we wanted. I almost cut that out, or I almost thought about cutting it out, the final release of the video anyway. Now I just cut the whole lot and time-lapsed it for you. I don't intend on doing time-lapses in videos because I kind of want them separate. Some people don't want to watch time-lapses, so I do apologise for those of you who don't want to watch this sort of thing, but it's a rare occasion. Hopefully it's a rare occasion. And we're back in game, and this is just going to be a normal episode from this point forward as a Class 47 rolls towards us from behind. So let's get our UI back up and running and head over and see exactly what we did. There we go, Flitwick. As you can see, it's not looking too bad. It's close enough. I'm happy with it. We've gone for 2 entrances. I've started to think, due to how the game works, we really need to add a second street connection where possible, especially if it's on the wrong side. I say wrong side, it's not really the wrong side, but on the wrong side for the game. So sometimes the entrance is, say, this side, but there's nothing there, and all the town is the other side. But for our purposes, I think we settle with dual connections. A lot was done. We got the road bridge in. They're already using it. That was very tricky to do. I'm not sure about this yet. Very artistic, but I'm not sure that's how it would be done. I kind of like it though. Hello. Where are you off to? Off to work. Austin Davis. Davies. Sorry, Austin. Already building back up here. We did destroy it somewhat. Again, it was the commerce district that got the worst of it. Oh, no. I would say the industry kind of took a beating too. So there we go. We got it. Let's carry on. What we want to do today, which I guess technically would be episode 26. So you've got 2 for 1. Let's put it that way. It's not obviously episode 26. It is going to still be episode 25, just with some extra, excuse me, just with some extra stations. Which is good news, because we really need to connect up to St Albans there. And get Luton kitted out with at least 3 stations. I feel we can do it. We can have Leagrave here. Then Luton main station and the airport somewhere out here with, because we've got plenty of room. Look at all this. We can fit an airport in right there. I'm looking forward to that. It's very busy. The road heading into Luton there. So Harlington. It's going to be about here. And in fact we might use, let's have a look. Yeah. We might use this road here to go under. We're going to see where and how the elevation sits once we get up there if we just stay flat. We can have a quick look with the contour lines. I think that would be okay. We could even swing out a bit further. We're pretty much on the right angle here. What I want to do, I know there's going to be no, for the most part there isn't any background sound, but when there was, it's there for a purpose, or when it is, it's there for a purpose. So we're going to swing round and we're just going to go for this. Because we need the bridge, which could be this road here. We need the bridge over the beginning of the station. And I have to remember that I think we might be going too far in. Well, we'll make it easier. How much are we talking there? That's excessive. Yeah, let's head up a little bit. We need a bit more elevation here. Let's do that. Let's go and just take it up like that. Not sure how it goes in reality, but that gives us a bit more. Yeah, that's better. See, then we can work with this. I've probably gone up too high. No, that looks nice enough. We need to remember this is the outside track, so we need to give ourselves some room here. Start bringing this around. Hopefully I'm not going to have too much trouble with speed. It's a bit wonky there, but it doesn't seem to affect the speed at all, which we'll double check in a second. Not liking that much. I'll probably get rid of that. Let's see. There we go. That's fine. How are we doing on speed? 71, 71, that's fine. Perfect. We'll keep that. Let's bring this all the way up so we know. Turn that off. Don't need to know all the time. So fingers crossed this episode ends up okay. I'm really nervous right now. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm probably what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. In fact, it is going to happen. I am going to save this at some point. Not too far in. And then go over it and check it in in my editing software and just make sure all the lovely smoothing sounds have not been eaten up by Windows. See, this was missing the smoothing sounds as well. I know there's usually not many car sounds and train sounds going on while we're creating tracks and scenery. So, before we do this station, we're in about 7 minutes of actual editing, so now's a good time to know whether it's going to work or not. We're all saved, and the good news is it sounds okay. I think we're back to normal. The nerves should go by as we get at this episode at least out and uploaded, and I'll be a lot happier. Should we get this station in? I don't know whether we're now gone too high. That'd be awkward. I don't think so. After saying that, let's take it down a notch. That's probably too far. We go from there and then straighten out. I think we'll have more room. Let's just go. Yeah. That's looking better. Yeah, that'll be fine. You know what we're going to do? Sorry guys, but you've got to go. We might be able to keep those in. If we go far enough out, we need to come straight though. Let's see how we're looking. This is roughly where the station's going. Right there. Now, can we do this? If I can do this in one not too terrible shot, I'll be very happy. We're just going to need this, I should say. Let's get rid of all the extras we don't want. We are going to have one on the other side, because technically the station is on that side that we're seeing now. We do want an entry. And we'll be in the middle. We can go with a small. Again, that works. What's medium? Medium. Let's go with that. And I want both. Will that work? That's A. That's the wrong one. I guess. There we go. That's the one. So, none on that. Oop. I missed the UI. Let's get this set up right, shall we? We want no transit tracks. We want high speed, no overhead wires, 4 tracks. And we want the outside tracks, if this is going to be possible. This isn't possible. We might want these, because we want the outside tracks to be longer. Is that possible with this one? Maybe it's this one. Perhaps it's that one. Yes, it's this one. So I want to go 20 and 240, I think. That's perfect. And can I put a slight curve on the outer one? Just slight. That's all I want. I don't know whether it will work. Let's put the fences in while I remember. Okay, they're looking good. Green. What styles do we have? Kind of like those. Put those in. About the right angle. We will sort out the terrain in a little bit. Come on. What am I looking for? I've completely forgot what I'm looking for. Roof length. Actually, roof length, none. Looking at this, it doesn't have any covering at all. So we get rid of that. Station's kind of chunky. We'll go with that. How's that looking so far? Good, good. Now, can we get this angle in, or is it all going to go very wrong? All right. How's that looking? Not bad. Not the way round I wanted it. Oh, you see, that's not working. What happens if I change it to that? No, I want the outside platform to do that. I could swap it around, but it's not going to do what I want it to do. I really wanted that outside platform to be the one that curved. Let's forget that then. Let's just not make a meal of it. Okay. So we got that in. And I'm happy with that. I'm actually quite happy with that. I don't want to mess with it too much as I go looking through the options. Now we need to make some room. Ooh, are we going to struggle here? Oh, we're going down. Don't want to do that. Might struggle. Might have gone too far. We shall see. Have a look. Let's get our flattening tool. Leveling. No. Question mark. Where are you? There we go. See if we can... You saw me do this for the last one. Just need a decent amount of room to put this station in. Hopefully. Oh, still not enough. Can we flatten some more? Come on. Still not. Touch more then. Hopefully we can do it. Let's see. Oh, perfect. Quick, put it in. Now, this is about where this goes. So that will be nice. I would like to flatten this out. Not too much, obviously. Can we make this a bit smaller? Just need to... Oh, come on. Okay, that's working. We can get this bridge in. Let's get the other tracks up here too. Probably not that far. And then we can... 91's alright. Hopefully, we can do what I want to do. See, shall we? Let's first get rid of this. With some smoothing. It's not an episode without smoothing. What I've come to know. This actually scoots right up. We're not too bothered about the mess we have right now. And that side doesn't technically exist. It kind of does and it kind of doesn't. Now, what can we do here? Can we make this work? Okay. I'm sad. All that. And it's not going to do it, is it? Boo. Maybe we go further over here. See Maybe we can get the legs in. It's gonna want to be this road, but it's not gonna do it. I'm gonna have to put my thinking shoes on. Bye. I hope I haven't just got rid of the last of... No, we're good. We got... It's commerce again. I do have nothing against commerce, I promise. We'll go like that, and we're just going to probably have to go up a touch more. Is that it? No, still not it. Wiggling it around doesn't help. Not that I thought it would. We can't really go any further down because we've got this monstrosity here. A huge lump. So we're going to have to make this work. And it will work. We just go up steeper. I don't think we're far off, to be fair. Oh, finally. Good. We got it. Now, can we get... I want this nice arch bridge. Possible. On both sides. Put your feet down. There we go. There we go. Does that get both of them? Just for looks. Purely aesthetics. I mean, I know it's supposed to be this one. That works. That works. Very well, in fact. Well. Oh, that didn't... What did I do there? I don't remember agreeing to this. Let's try that again. But this time fill it in. Oh, I don't like that. Maybe we can do something about that at some point. Let's get this not looking so ragged. Do you know what? I think we one-shot that. Yeah. Like I say, it's not perfect, but that was what I was aiming for. Something very, very much like what we got. I do like it when it happens like that. Not sure what's going to happen down this side just yet. We do have to start heading towards Luton, though. Just not sure how this is going to go. We are going to carve into the scenery to start with, I believe. Oh, I don't like that. Just need to come out straight. There we go. Technically going the wrong way, I just realised. I think we need to scoot the other way for a little bit. Just a touch. Not that. I know, it's looking a bit of a disaster so far. It's this episode, I'm telling you. Causing me all sorts of problems. Probably wondering where I'm going with this. can you fit? You know what? I'm going to go with that. This doesn't exist, so we're kind of just making this bit up as we go along. But if we can make our way up and join quite nicely, it will look like it's meant to be. Question is that too steep? Yeah. Oh dear. By quite a way. That isn't too bad though. I mean, it's kind of just going down to the train station, so we don't really mind. We can join that up. I don't like this, what's going on here. I'm wondering if this should just not... Oh. We have a cul-de-sac. I don't know whether they'll like that. Just like that. Just leave it like that. Bit of a dead-end road there. We don't have many of those. I can see you. Delete. Bulldoze. I do have a silencer on my bulldozer. When you're working on a map, as long as I do, that bulldozer sound sure does get irritating. It's not too bad when you're just playing around normally, but for long sessions where you're deleting and bulldozing and then putting it back together and bulldozing some more, I don't have much tolerance for it. So I made the mod to get rid of it. Well, I didn't get rid of it. I do like confirmation that I'm deleting stuff. So I just changed it. Something that works better for me. Some people use it. Well, we have Harlington Station in. I am a little surprised that went like that. We do need a parking lot. And this could prove quite difficult. But we're going to make it work somehow. And it should add a little bit to the scenery. Hopefully it works anyway. This is where you can let your... Nope, apparently not. Oh, come on, really? How far am I going to have to go out here? Sad about that. Maybe there? No, really does not like it. I wonder why. Hello? Come on. Why don't you like that? Road too small, maybe? What if we try something like that? We go to this. Ah, there we go. We got it. No, don't go up. Stay flat. There we go. We have a little parking area. And a huge cliff. That's not what I had planned. We can certainly work with that, though. Not going to be totally like this. But it's something we can work with. The relaxing sounds of smoothing. Alright. We have something to work with. We need to check the map. I am going to do that. Alright, that didn't take long. We got about the right idea though. Except this needs to go straight. I got that bit wrong. We're doing it. We're going for it. We're going to get Leagrave in. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know whether to change elevation here. It looks a bit like Luton's on a slope. If we have a little bit of an elevation change, we can get up there. Now we need to look. I need to look north. Oh, we need to go further out. This is what we're going to do. I'll tell you. I don't want to risk showing the map with how things are going this episode. Just with all the changes, I just don't want to risk it right now. I will practice this when I've got more time. And hopefully, for those that are missing the map, we'll get that back in. I want to be about there. We need to head out and then we kind of scoot back into Luton. At an angle. We want to be coming in like that sort of angle. And then it kind of goes that way and then back round. We're going to go about level with this road for Leagrave's station at this angle. And then we need to go a little bit more east to west for Luton's main station. It's going to be it really is going to be a disaster for Luton. They must know by now what's coming their way. Yeah, I'm sure the residents of Bedford have been protesting and telling their neighbours. So that's what angle we need to come at eventually. Another thing that happens, how deep is that? Now let's just keep going up a little more. What was I saying? I've lost track of what I was saying. Yes, no, I've got it. What we're doing, we don't have it in at the moment, but the M1 joins this for a little bit and kind of runs parallel with the Midland Main Line. That is something we have to do. Now we can run straight. Flat. We're going to have to start thinking about swinging around now. About there. I'm going to have to check the elevation here. We are going to need to go up, aren't we? Let that go up naturally. Get that at a decent speed. We don't want to go too crazy. 100, don't mind that. Oh, it won't be 100 on the inside though, will it? Do the inside first. See what we can get away with. Well, if we do it at 125, then we got away with everything, haven't we? There we go. Boy, do we need to go up. Like... maybe we force our way up a little bit? Yeah. Let's do that. We need to... let's look north. Is that north? That's about north. Yeah, we're coming in at the right angle. Just need a touch more. If we go there. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to keep going up. There we go. Perfect. I think that. Now you just need the angle. And then we'll put the station in out here. About there. Yeah. So now we need the station in out here. I wonder if we can make Luton grow this big. It would be nice if it can come out this way. It's not like that though. You probably don't need anything like that. I'm tempted to just go for it. And get a placeholder in. I think it's a bit smaller. Let's go for a... No, 200? No, definitely not. If we go for that and get Leagrave in. Let's... You're not... Lee... I can't remember how to spell it. This is awkward. That's awful. I think it's that. I will double check that shortly. You will be pleased to know I spelled that correctly. So we've got Leagrave. Beautiful. And the great news is there is actually a road that goes under here. So us going up in elevation works very well. We can have a little bridge. A little rail bridge just there. The problem is we need this to be... Now we have the station in and I'm happy with it. We can head over that way, but ensure that this part is straight, 100% straight. And then we can delete all the way back. Come on, don't join up yet. Yeah, we can bulldoze all the way back and make it a gradual. There we go. I don't know what speed we got on that inside track. Oh, you see. Silly. We do want to kind of be meeting anyway. So you can... There we go. If we back this right all the way, we've got a gradual elevation change. And it should hopefully work. Oh. Alright, 123 isn't bad. Could we go further, in fact? Get rid of this. It's a bit lumpy bumpy there. Get rid of that. And this. Let's try that again and go further. Does that give us a... Does that seem very steep to you? Put it in and see. It's hard to tell. But that seems quite aggressive. Maybe from a distance. Seems quite aggressive. Maybe not. Maybe it's because of all this around it, making it look a bit terrible. Oh. Can we not? Can we try and make that smoother? Yeah, that'll do. It looks better. Much less of a slowdown. There we go. How's that looking? Maybe it'll look better if we smooth some of this out. Like, none of that should be there anyway. I don't remember seeing any tunnels. I will double check, but when we come to doing some scenery work around here, but I don't remember seeing any. We might be able to get away with this. I'm quite happy that we've got Leagrave in and Arlington back there. Now, here's the question. Can we get our little tunnel in just here? We're going to need to be... I want it to be this, straight off the bat. Is that going to be... Is that going to be good enough? We'll see. Bit touch and go. I mean, maybe. Taking bets. What do you reckon? Reckon that's gonna... Is this gonna make a nice bridge? Oh, who else is sad? I'm sad. I don't know whether it's because it's too close to that or what. I don't think so. Possibly doesn't go down far enough. We can rectify this. And if we go down, try that, shall we? I want to leave that in, don't... Ooh! Leave that in. Yeah. Come on. Perfect. We did it. Let's hope it does it all the way across. Because that would be amazing. Oh, it did. Then we might be able to bring it straight back up. That's what I'm hoping. Re-straighten it. Yeah, because there's a bag of room under there. Silly game. There you go. Could have made it all along. There. Ignore all this. Ugh. Well, we're not going to be looking under here, are we? Let's bring this up a touch. So we got that in. A Leagrave, that's nice. Need to figure out what we're doing with it. But it's in. Oh, hello. They went and built a... Okay. Ooh, not one of those. Maybe just like that. How's that looking? Not great. But they started it. I'm not going to worry too much because I just wanted it connected. Because we are going to need to like plow straight through there with another station. I do like these little commuter short stopping stations. Especially with our class 101s. I like them a lot. There's not enough of them usually. Alright, that didn't turn out too bad. Get all that connected up. We can decide what we're doing with it in a bit. Probably for the next episode, because I think we should get some trains running. Something I didn't do in the failed recording is I said I was going to get buses running in Bedford now. Once we've got all this slightly improved, we're going to start playing again. There we go. It's getting better. Not amazing, but it's better. I really do want Bedford to grow out. Luton to grow out here. I don't want Bedford to grow out here. That would be crazy. Not that big. I have to go there. Can you go up better than that? I do want it to start growing out here. Luton, that is, not Bedford. That's better. Much better. Change in the landscape of Luton. Leagrave. I don't know what Leagrave is. Is that like a suburb of Luton, or is it similar to being, say, Whittlesea is to Peterborough? I don't know whether Whittlesea's classed as a suburb of Peterborough these days. I'm sure anyone from Whittlesea would be like, excuse me, no. We are our own village / town. Nothing to do with Peterborough. There we go. I think it's definitely going to be time for a time lapse at some point. I think once we're going to spend the next few episodes getting the infrastructure down and getting trains running along them. We haven't even got any signals in yet. I'm just ploughing straight through. But we have a bigger Midland Main Line network now. And we're not a million miles off our connection here at St Albans. And there's all buses and infrastructure here. A cool looking bridge. Alrighty, I've laid down the signalling. Just did that off camera because it's just signalling. Nothing really special about it. And I want to get this what would be St Pancras to Birmingham train going. So we've got another one on the Midland Main Line. There we go. There's nothing special. It's just blocking signals everywhere. We have obviously have this going on here, just so we can turn around. It's not normally going to be like that. Should we do this? Should we get another line going and probably extend the one that goes up to Corby as well? Which actually no, we're going to leave that one till the next episode because we're going to be doing a lot of. We want to replace some trucks. So let's get this in. That's not getting it in, that's saving. That's not what I want to do. I want to get this working. How do you make a line? It's been a while. So, not sure who they are. But we're going to go, where are we now? Leagrave. Whoops. Don't know what happened there. So, Leagrave to Birmingham. Not sure which station it will be. Leave a Leave a comment below if you know before and I'll have a look. So we're going to start at Leagrave. That's where we're starting. I'm going to say it's Midland Main Line. Obviously it's Midland Main Line. What I meant to say is it's Midlands trains. East Midland trains, maybe. Could be wrong. Then we're going to go here. Yeah, you're not gonna be happy until we get... Okay, you're apparently happy with that. No, you're not. Not at all. Okay, we're going there. Bedford. We'll have to sort this out afterwards, but it does mean we can have the finish I did. Wellingborough. What we got here? Kettering. I'm not sure whether they stop at Kettering. And then we got Birmingham Portal. And then we're heading back again. We'll sort the station platforms out once we've done. Because this is not how it's going. That's for sure. Back to Bedford again. And then Flitwick. And finally Harlington. And then we're back to Leagrave. Awesome. Now we need to sort out the routing because it was looking a bit terrible. Ooh. Just nudged the dog. Gave both of us a heart attack. Giving me the evils. Right, this doesn't need to be happening at all. I want you... Where's this? This is heading back, so... No, it's doing it both ways. So we need to... You need to come out... What is that? Flitwick. So we need to come out this way. We want to stay on this line, I think, for the Birmingham train. Good. And then the same after Bedford back this way. Good. Now we're looking better. Now we're staying. Okay, we've got another problem here. So after that signal before Birmingham, that's right. There, you want to be here. Perfect. And then, I don't know what you're doing there. There's no need for that. There's no need for that. This bit. What are you doing? That'd be after, no, that'd be 4. Definitely before. There we go. Got it. Are we looking better? We do this bit because I'm guessing some trains bypass. Maybe it's for freight. I don't know why that's there. But that's the only way in. So that's working. No. This isn't right. That isn't right at all. Let's just make sure we've got the right stations here. You don't... So you want to be coming up this way. So you want to be platform... What is this? Wellingborough? Yes. You want to be platform 1. Oh dear. Not that one. You want to be platform... No. What am I doing? Help. Wellingborough. That needs to be platform 2. That's right. Because that is freight. It's this Wellingborough needs to be platform 1. That should hopefully sort all that out. Yeah, there we go. Now it's not using the freight line. Perfect. Wonderful. Let's continue. A little bit of caching, which is much better than before. Caching or garbage collection. And Kettering station is wrong. Is this the first one needs to be 4. That should possibly sort that out. Excellent. And then we've got the right station back. And then you head up there and you switch around in the Birmingham portal. I think we've done it. We have Leagrave to Birmingham. And I'm happy with how that's all going. Should we get these trains on and end this episode? And I'll be happy. Let's play that. We finally got there. I finally managed to get through this episode. It's been torture. Microsoft have really made a big dent in my confidence for this episode because I've just not been feeling comfortable with all my settings. I promise I'll get them back to how they were before, or even better, hopefully. You know what we need to do now? We're going to have a little extended ending, so you don't have to watch that if you don't want to. But we're going to watch all 3 trains. We're going to put, actually 4 trains. We're going to put all 4 trains on this line. I mean, I'll leave it running. We're going to have these Class 47s. I will leave it running until all trains have left the depot. Thinking about this, you know, the electric trains, it's very, very tempting to electrify the East Coast Main Line. And we're going to have 5 of these, I believe. 1, 2. There we go. Let's have 4 of them. And get them onto the Leagrave Birmingham line. And this is how I want to end the episode, roughly where we began. But this time, we should hopefully have sound. Like I said, it's been a long episode. Been a tiring couple of days for me. Hopefully, for Thursday, I'll be back on track. I'd have gone over my settings and I can relax again. And next episode, we're definitely going to add that bus to Bedford. I will probably let it grow a bit. And we've got those, we're going to have some MAN trucks to put in too. MAN trucks to put in. Which I want to see shifting some goods around. Not all of them, but we'll find a place for them. I've got to think about electric trains. I'm going to have to decide on that. So, let's play this now and get a nice spot and comfortable. Yes, sir. And we're going to get rid of this and move the mouse. So, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.